Picture this. You're in a normal place, maybe at work, at home, or even at the grocery store, and suddenly your heart starts racing. Your breath becomes shallow, your hands shake, and an overwhelming sense of dread takes over. It feels like the world is going to end. You might even think you're having a heart attack. Did you know that about 11% of the world's population will experience a panic attack at least once in their lifetime? But the good news is that with the right technique, it's possible to snap out of it in seconds. Today, you'll learn an emergency technique for anxiety that can literally change your life. It's quick, practical, and can be applied anywhere. Ready to take back control? What is a panic attack and how do you spot one? A panic attack is like a false alarm going off inside your body. It comes on suddenly, often without warning, and brings with it an intense feeling of fear or discomfort. But what's really going on? The most common symptoms include physical, racing heart, sweating, shaking, difficulty breathing, dizziness and nausea. Mental, a feeling of impending doom, loss of control or depersonalization, as if you were disconnected from yourself. The problem is that the brain mistakes the situation as if it were a real threat, triggering the fight or flight response. This is why, even in a safe environment, your body reacts as if it were facing extreme danger. Now, the most important thing, a panic attack is not dangerous. It does not cause physical harm, despite how it may seem. Knowing this is the first step to dealing with it. What happens in the brain during a panic attack? Imagine that your brain is like an ultra-sensitive alarm system. During a panic attack, it reacts to a threat that does not exist, but is perceived as real. This reaction is caused by an area of the brain called the amygdala, which is responsible for processing emotions and detecting danger. When the amygdala goes into survival mode, the brain releases hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, designed to prepare the body for fight or flight. The heart races to pump blood to the muscles. Your breath becomes shorter to absorb oxygen quickly. Your body goes into high alert mode. The problem, during a panic attack, this system short circuits, and you feel all these effects for no apparent reason. It's like you're running from a lion that isn't there. This explanation helps normalize what you're feeling, understanding that it's just your brain trying to protect you even if it's fooling itself in the process. The importance of taking action in the first few seconds. The first moments of a panic attack are crucial. This is when the fear cycle can escalate quickly or start to break down. When the brain detects the false alarm, it looks to your body for confirmation. Am I in danger? My heart is racing. Am I going to die? And so the panic builds. Why is it essential to take immediate action? When you act in the first few seconds, you signal to your brain that it can turn off the alarm. The faster you respond, the less likely your physical symptoms will escalate. The role of breathing. Short, shallow breathing fuels panic, while deep, controlled breathing helps regulate your nervous system. Breathing correctly can interrupt the adrenaline cycle before it overwhelms you. Fast action, fast results. The more you understand and practice these techniques, the more effective you will be at calming yourself down. The good news is that the technique we'll teach you in the next chapter is a powerful tool for doing just that. Practical technique. 4-7-8 breathing. The 4-7-8 breathing is a simple and effective technique for regaining control during times of extreme anxiety or panic attacks. It works by slowing your breathing and activating your parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for relaxing your body. Here's how you can do it. Sit in a comfortable place or stand, if necessary. Place the tip of your tongue behind your upper teeth. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 seconds. Count in your mind. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath for 7 seconds. Keep the air in your lungs and focus on the present moment. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 8 seconds. Exhale completely, as if you were deflating a balloon. Repeat the cycle 3 to 4 times. Continue until you feel your symptoms subside, if necessary. Why does it work? Counting and focusing breaks the cycle of racing thoughts. The breathing pattern reduces adrenaline levels in the body. With regular practice, the technique becomes even more effective. Try it now and see the difference. In the next chapter, we will talk about how to use your 5 senses to ground yourself in the present moment. Using sensory grounding to calm yourself. When panic takes over, it feels like you have lost control of reality. It is as if you are being sucked out of the present moment. One of the most effective ways to bring yourself back to the here and now is by using sensory grounding, a technique that involves your five senses. How does it work? Intentionally connecting to what you can see, hear, touch, smell and taste helps to ground your mind in the present, breaking the cycle of catastrophic thoughts. Step by step of the five senses technique. See, look around, and identify 5 things you can see. It can be something as simple as a pen, a chair, or a detail on the walls. Touch. Find for things you can touch, for example, feel the texture of your clothes, the surface of a table, or even your own hands. Listen. Identify 3 sounds around you. This could be the sound of the wind, distant music, or even your own breathing. Smell. Notice 2 smells. If none are obvious, find something nearby, such as perfume or a cup of coffee. Taste. Find one thing you can taste. This could be water, a piece of gum, or just the natural taste of your mouth. Why is this effective? The technique slows down your thoughts and redirects them to something concrete. Focusing on your senses activates your prefrontal cortex, helping to reduce the intensity of your panic response. Combined with 4-7-8 breathing, sensory anchoring can help you regain control within minutes. Common mistake: fighting a panic attack. When a panic attack starts, the most natural reaction is to try to resist it, fight it, or do everything you can to make the symptoms go away. But surprisingly, this approach can make the experience even more intense. Why does fighting it make things worse? Resisting panic sends signals to the brain that the danger is real. This increases the release of adrenaline, reinforcing the fear cycle. Attempting to force control leads to even more frustration and a sense of helplessness. The power of accepting the moment. It may seem counterintuitive, but accepting a panic attack can reduce its intensity. This does not mean liking it or wishing it would happen, but acknowledging that it is there and that it will pass. How to practice acceptance? Tell yourself, this is a panic attack, it is not dangerous, it will pass. Allow yourself to feel the symptoms, acknowledge what is happening in your body without judging it or trying to control it immediately. Use the techniques you have learned. Combine acceptance with controlled breathing and sensory anchoring. Imagine this as a wave. If you fight the wave, it can sweep you away. But if you float and let the wave pass, calm soon returns. Remember, not fighting is not the same as giving up. It is a powerful strategy for regaining control. Building resilience for future crises. Overcoming a panic attack in the moment is an important victory, but the ideal is to reduce the frequency and intensity of these episodes in the future. This requires strengthening your mind and body with regular and healthy practices. Habits that strengthen mental resilience. Meditation and mindfulness. Set aside 5 to 10 minutes a day for mindfulness practices. This teaches your mind to focus on the present, reducing reactivity to stress. Exercise. Activities such as walking, yoga, or any aerobic exercise help regulate hormones such as cortisol and increase the production of endorphins, promoting relaxation. Quality sleep. Getting a good night's sleep is essential for the brain to process emotions in a healthy way. Try to maintain a consistent sleep routine. A balanced diet. Avoid excess caffeine, alcohol and sugar, which can aggravate anxiety. Choose foods rich in magnesium, omega-3 and B vitamins, which help with mental health. Daily exercises to train the brain against crises. Gratitude technique. Before going to sleep, list 3 things you are grateful for that day. This helps redirect your attention to positive aspects. Controlled simulations. Practice the techniques you learned for 7-8 breathing and sensory anchoring when you are calm, so that they become automatic in times of need. Seek support when necessary. If panic attacks are frequent, consider talking to a therapist. Therapies such as cognitive behavioral therapy (CBT) are extremely effective for anxiety. Remember, building resilience is a process, but each step makes you stronger and more prepared. Panic attacks can seem terrifying, but now you have the tools to deal with them. You've learned to recognize the symptoms, understand what's going on in your brain, and take action quickly with techniques like 4-7-8 breathing and sensory anchoring. Most importantly, you've discovered that you don't have to fight panic, but rather accept it as a temporary visitor that will go away sooner than you think. What to do now? Start practicing the techniques before you even need them. Adopt healthy habits that strengthen your mind. And remember, with each crisis you overcome, you become stronger and more confident. If you found these tips helpful, share this video with someone who might need them. Let us know in the comments how you deal with anxiety, and if you've tried any of these techniques, your story may help others. You're not alone. Together, we can face anxiety in a practical and powerful way.